Everyone, in this class, you're going to be focusing on opening up your hips to get into a deeper single squat or pistol squat position. So you can expect a lot of different exercises, transitions, and movements surrounding that theme. To begin, you can start by lying on your back. You can lengthen your legs all the way down and just open up your arms to begin with, finding your shavasana. Try to relax the shoulders and let the legs just naturally splay apart and roll open. And then start to come into your breath. So notice your inhales and exhales. Let your breath guide you into a more rooted place of presence, so that any distractions that exist outside of your space right now can be put on pause. Take one more deep breath here. And then on your next exhale, hug both of your knees up to your chest. Catch the knees. Start with a few circles through your hips, just waking them up a little bit, but really trying to draw your thighs into your belly as much as you can whenever you circle them in. Switching directions. And then pausing that in center, take your knees wide, come into a happy baby pose from here. Few deep breaths, maybe you rock a little bit, whatever feels good, just to continue to open up the hips more. One more deep breath. See if you can draw your knees a little bit lower down towards your mat. And then hug your knees back into your chest from here. And I'll have you rock yourself up into a seated position from here. You've arrived up, lengthen your legs straight forwards out in front of you. And then I want you to take your left knee into your chest. So you'll have your left foot flat and you'll have the heel tucking in towards your hip, and then flex your right foot up towards the ceiling. You can have a little bit of a gap between your foot and your inner thigh here. And then on your next inhale, reach your arms all the way up over your head. And as you exhale, fold forwards over your right leg, reaching towards the right foot. You want to try and keep your left knee pointing up towards the ceiling. And just take one more breath here. And then inhale, bring yourself all the way back up and we'll switch. So extend your left leg down, take your right knee into your chest, planting the foot, flex your left foot up. Inhale, arms reach tall. And exhale, fold over your left leg, reaching for the foot, trying to keep your right knee pointing up. And then inhale, bring yourself all the way back up, lengthen your right leg down. Now you can swing your legs around behind you. I want you to come into a kneeling position with your toes curled under. So I'm going to take you through a little squat drill here. Legs will be completely together. So what you're going to do first from here, you can bring your hands to your hips, leave them at your heart, up to you. As you inhale, lift your hips up over your knees. And then as you exhale, sit your hips back down to your heels. And then slowly lean back until you feel like your knees could lift off the mat, lifting them up into a squat or a toe stand. And then exhale, sit your hips down. Try to get your heels to the mat. I like to reach my arms forwards. This just helps to counter the weight. And then pull yourself back up into your toe stand. Slowly lean back to softly lower your knees to your mat, and you'll repeat. So inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, lean back. Start to pick up your knees, come into your toe stand. And exhale, sit your hips low to your heels. Find that squat position. Inhale, pull yourself back up. Exhale, drop the knees. Inhale again, lift your hips. We'll do this one more time. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, lean back, knees lift. Exhale, squat low. Inhale, pull yourself forwards, toe stand. Exhale, softly lower the knees. And inhale, lift your hips back up. Ground your hands to your mat and just step back into a downward facing dog. You can walk it out a couple of times. And now I want you to take your feet mat distance apart. You can spin your toes outwards a little bit. On your next exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Sit your hips low into a Malasana squat. You can bring your palms together to your heart and just take a couple of breaths here, getting into your hips, really trying to get your hips heavy towards your mat, chest lifting. Hips are also pulling under you, so you're thinking about trying to get as vertical of a spine as possible. One more breath here. And now inhale, plant the hands, walk it back out, downward facing dog. And as you inhale, lift your right leg up into the air. Then as you exhale, step your foot forwards to the outside of your right hand. We're going to start with a little repeater sequence here to warm up the body, but also getting right into your hips. So place your right hand behind your head. As you inhale, twist to the right, point your elbow as upwards as you can. And then as you exhale, keeping your right arm where it is, you're going to straighten your front leg towards your long pyramid. Flex your right foot up towards the ceiling. Fold forwards, trying to get your right elbow to touch your right toes. Inhale, bend into your front knee. Take your fingertips to your mat. And as you exhale, pick up your back leg, coming into standing split. Inhale, walk the hands forwards, lengthen your spine. And exhale, pull your left knee to your chest, kicking it through, coming down into pistol squat. For your pistol squats through this, you can have your right heel lifted or you can ground your right heel flat, really up to you. Inhale, lift your hips, pull your left leg back into your lunge, planting your left palm. Twist again to your right elbow up to the sky, and we'll repeat all of that. So as you exhale, straighten your front leg, flex the foot, right elbow to toes. Inhale, bend into your knee. Exhale, take standing split. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, kick your left leg through, pistol squat. Inhale, pick it up, step it back. Twist to your right elbow points up. Exhale, long pyramid, straighten the leg, elbow to toes. Inhale, bend into the knee. Exhale, standing split. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, pistol squat, left leg kicks through. Inhale, lift it back up, step back, and then exhale, downward dog, step all the way back. So we'll repeat that on the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step your foot to the outer left hand. From here, take your left hand behind your head and inhale, twist open to the left elbow up. Exhale, straighten the front leg, flex your foot up. Try and reach your left elbow to your toes. Inhale, bend into your knee. Exhale, standing split, right leg comes up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pistol squat. Kick your right leg through. Sit to your heel. Again, the heel can be up if you want. Inhale, lift it back up. Step all the way back. Twist open to the left. Left elbow up. Exhale, long pyramid, elbow to toes. Inhale, bend into your front knee. Exhale, take your standing split. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, pistol squat. Kick your right leg through. Sit to your left heel. Inhale, pick it up. Step back, right into your twist. Left elbow up. Exhale, long pyramid. Elbow to toe. Make sure your breath is in line with your movements. Inhale, bend into your knee. Exhale, standing split. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, pistol squat. Right leg pulls through. Inhale, pick it up, step it back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full deep breath here. And now looking forwards to your hands, bend your knees. Exhale, hop your feet to your hands, landing in a forward fold. You can have your feet completely together once you get there, and then just sit your hips all the way down to your heels, coming into a toe stand. Now, once you're here, I want you to sit your hips all the way down onto your mat, grounding into a seat. So now what we're going to do is you're going to practice your supine roll up to a pistol squat. So what you're going to do is lengthen your legs straight forwards first. And we'll start on your back. So lie down, reach your arms over your head, lift your toes over your head as much as you can, and then bend your right knee. So left leg is straight, right knee is bent. So you're coming from this position, rolling up and coming right into your pistol squat, trying to lift your hips off the ground. The goal is to do this without your hands, but you can do this with your hands as well if you need to. So using momentum, as you exhale, rock yourself up, right foot plants, and you press down into the ground with your right foot, reach the arms forwards, pistol squat. We'll repeat that. So on your inhale, sit your hips low, roll to your back, same leg shape. Exhale, rock it up, press into the ground with your right foot. Inhale, roll to your back. Exhale, roll it up. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, roll to your back. Exhale, roll it up. 1 more time. You can use your arms for a little bit more momentum as well, like really swing them up when you start to roll to your pistol. Good. And now roll to your back and we'll switch. So kick your right leg straight, bend your left knee, really pull your knee towards your belly. And then as you exhale, same thing, momentum, rock up, pistol squat. Inhale, roll it back. Exhale, rock it up. Inhale back. Exhale to lift. 2 more times. Rock it back. Roll it up. And over time, 1 more. You can do this with less and less momentum, which will challenge your hip mobility even more. After that, ground your hips down, plant your feet onto the mat, and then right from here, this time, you'll roll to your back and rock yourself all the way up to stand. So knees to chest, roll to your back, plant the feet, and come all the way up to stand. All right, so the last, more challenging pistol squat variation and transition that you're going to come into is trying to enter it from a standing position. And this is kind of what you're working up to when you think of pistol squat, is being able to do the full lower from stand and lift from the ground. So let's start with whatever your dominant leg is. My right leg is always stronger than my left. So your hands can be on your hips. You can reach them forwards, up to you. I usually like to reach my arms forwards. Lift your left leg straight up, flex your foot or point, and then exhale, start to bend through your right knee. Sit as low as you can. Try to take it to the ground. And then on your inhale, lift it back up. So some pointers. If you can't get all the way down to your heel yet, then you can always grab like a chair or a couple of blocks. Try and lower to that height first, and then bring yourself back up into that standing position. And then over time, the stronger you get in your hips, the more open you get in that space as well. Then you can start to take your hips even lower and build strength as you go up and down. So let's try and do that same leg 2 more times. Find your starting position, and then exhale. Sit as low as you can, even if it's like just a little bit, a quarter of the way down right now, that's fine. Maybe you can go halfway, maybe you can go all the way down. Then inhale, lift it back up. One more time, exhale, sit nice and low. And inhale, lift it back up. Release your foot down. So this is a really challenging movement to go up and down like that. So wherever you're at in terms of your height and your ability to get low, just work with what you got. Okay, let's do the other side. Right leg up, or your other leg up. Reach forwards. Exhale, slowly lower. Again, it can be half. You can also use your fingertips at the bottom for a little bit more support. And then inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, sit low. And inhale, lift it back up. One more time, exhale. Inhale, pick it back up. Awesome, release your right foot down. You can shake that out a little bit. All right, and then come down onto your hands and knees. Once you're down on your hands and knees, you can take your knees wide, big toes together, and then just sit to your hips or to your heels. Walk the hands forwards and melt your chest down. And then just take a few breaths here. Even right now, focusing on getting heavy into your hips, trying to soften into that space a little bit more. Now is a great time as well just to take a moment to reflect on your practice. Notice where you're at with your single leg squat. And you can use today as a marker just to note where you are as you begin to progress in your single leg squat or your pistol squat, because over time you will start to get a little deeper if you keep working on it, and you'll be able to see that progression as well. Take one more breath here. Okay, bring yourself back up, hands and knees, swing your legs around, and I want you to roll down onto your back. You can keep your knees bent, cross your right ankle over your left thigh, then exhale, legs in, hands behind your left thigh. Keep your right foot flexed, and take a few slow, deep breaths here. Inhale, release, switch, left ankle on top, and exhale, legs in, hands behind right thigh. Okay, you can release, lengthen your legs all the way down. Open up your arms and settle into your shavasana for a minute or so. Just releasing some of that work, cooling yourself down. Start to bring in a deep breath. And then you can bend both knees, reach your arms over your head, and just roll all the way over to your side of choice. And then make your way up into a comfortable seated position. Bring your palms together to your heart, eyes closed. Sending some gratitude to yourself for showing up today, challenging your hips and your mobility a little bit. And I thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.